Well, you're welcome to my banner. Today we're sharing experiences, but I want to share the story that we brought to you earlier in the news with you, where if you are in Atakrom, which is in the Bono Ahafo region, you can pay 350 Ghana cedis, and guess what? You get to own your own house. I bring to you back that story, and then I'll open the phone lines on 030221169102. We're sharing experiences on how well we've been coping with regards to the recent increment in petrol prices, which has actually also seen a lot of things also being increased. Transportation has gone up. Now fish prices would also go up if it has not already, because cost of premise fuel is also gone up. And if you go shopping or if you went shopping on the weekend, then you would know that a lot of things have also gone up. So let's share experiences. How is that affecting you? How are you coping? Right after the story.
Atakrom is located in the Tyne district of the Brong-Ahafo region. Here there is no housing deficit, no real estate agents needed, just communal help and little money. George Lange is 17. He is the reason why friends and family have gathered to build this room. After this room is completed, he will move away from his parents' house, and the next step in his life is to find a wife. With free clay, children who are eager to provide labor, and a clay craftsman, this house will be completed in less than a month. This is because 2 to 3 days interval is needed to allow the clay to dry before construction continues. It may seem easy, but it takes great skills to get it right. Tiredness sets in, and they pause to refuel before getting back to work. Roofing and plastering will cost 250 Ghana cedis. Land will cost 50 Ghana cedis. Carpenter and mason will charge 50 Ghana cedis.
When you say we will be plaster, we use cement base 6 bags and 7 bags. That's not what you use. There is a ceiling need and count, ceiling need the obey ceiling the ever cost. We are senior me boss we are me plaster no. Into me percent best but my next month na be sim no. And in the end I may be 10 time I remember.
People who live in mud houses say, apart from the low cost of building, the rooms are also very cool, especially at night. You may have concerns about the robustness of mud houses, but the people who live in them will lessen your fears.
Well, we had that is we am no more warm ye Vivian, and that is where many not to intimate me who you could be made. Chetu. We bet me so much swabuna, so not yet, Tiana Betty.
George has plans of painting the house and decorating it.
So in the face of everything that's happening, how about 350 Ghana cedis and then you own your own house, except that it will be a mud house? How about that? Would you mind? Give me a call, 030221169102. But we do know that cost of living in the country is gone up. Fuel prices have been increased. Transportation is gone up. VAT is gone up from 15 to 75%. Food, medicine, now fish, everything is just going up. But a lot of us are still earning what we've been earning. There hasn't been any increments for at least not yet. So how are we managing? Roland shared the story of electricity. You can also share with me your own experience on 030221169102. But essentially what I would want us to take away from it is we learn from how somebody is managing it, and then we can add it to what we are also doing. So we share experiences, and then we know how to live and live better. Do we cut down on the things that we do? I will speak first of all to Ganil. Ganil, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Maria. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Where are you calling me from?
I'm calling you from Saviligo in the northern region.
Okay. All right, so tell me how your life has changed in terms of the cost of living.
Honestly, I would say it is challenging. I wouldn't call it hard time. I would say challenging time.
Okay.
And then I would say, and let me clarify this. It is clear, it is true that the economic indicators for now is not good. Petroleum prices and then the like is being increasing, and that is posing a tormenting hardship on the people. Yes, it's a fact. But I think that as people who are as patriotic citizens, it is not good that now that we create salary increment, or it will not be worth to the country for us to agitate for increment in salary. Because we, this automatic adjustment formula that is being applied, it's applying now. And salaries, when salaries increase up to 35%, we didn't see equivalent increase in petroleum and then the like. And so when it is also taking its time, we should be patient a little bit and then pray that the economic is fixed so that government can support salary increments again. But if at this difficult moment we are agitating for salary increments, in fact, that's for me, I think we are doing more harm to our state.
All right,
even though it is good.
Okay.
Well,
so you're saying that we should pray?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. We should pray for the nation, and we should pray that the president and the like, when the economy is fixed, our salary should be increased. But at this difficult moment, I'm saying that. But I thought if you could give me another chance to talk about it.
Yeah, but I do have Jacob, who is also joining from Medina, and he's been on the line for a while. I think it's just fair that I talk to him. Your point has been well made, though. Thank you so much. And I'll switch to Jacob. You are in Medina. Jacob, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Yeah, Jacob, how have you been coping?
To be honest with you, time has come for us to sit down and see how best we can make the nation go well for all of us.
So how do we do that?
Time has come. We have to forget of this one is from my hometown, and for that matter, let me vote for him. This one is my classmate. I have to vote for him. Economically, in terms of education, everything is going wrong in this country. So, Joynews, what you have been doing actually is very good and is the best. Okay? So now, you have to put it before the public that if we want this economic to change, one, we have to stop the importation of these toothpicks, stop the importation of these cow legs or whatever, and then sit down and think. Government should sit down and think of how we can help so that all these things can be produced in Ghana, because we don't need to get all these things.
All right.
Can be used as toothpick. So imagine if we import everything, including machinery, including even toothpicks, cow legs, chicken, then why are we expecting the economy to be stabilized, my sister?
All right, Jacob.
The question now is that ask those we call our president, the time they were attending University of Ghana, and the flexibility of scholarship of them going to Russia or wherever to study. Today, if those days happen to be difficult like today, probably your mama wouldn't be who he is. Probably.
All right, okay, and thank you, Jacob. But the one thing that I do not want us to do is to politicize everything. I'm talking about real situations. I mean, if you have to pay more for electricity, this is real life story we're talking about. So let's not get into the general politics, the very politics of it. Let's talk about what is happening and how we are coping. I would be happy if we stick to that. We'll talk to Jacob, but this time around from Takrady. Hello, Jacob.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Jacob. You have to turn down the volume on your TV sets. I am sorry, I can hear myself.
Thank you very much. Actually, our situation now is very tough. concerning this petrol increase. And if you don't take time, your wife will leave you, even your children will snub you up. Because the salary that we are earning and the fuel increase is affecting most of us workers. Because right now, I'm having about 4 children going to school. One take 20 cedis, one take 15 cedis, and the other one take 5 cedis every day.
Wow.
And the government is not trying to do anything about our salary. Likewise to the electricity bill too is killing us.
So when you take all these deductions, I'm sure at the end of the day you're left with very little. How do you manage?
Well, everyone is great. We always talk to, especially in the house, we always talk to our wife to exercise patience, because if you don't come down to your wife, actually there will be fire all around. Because he may not understand you. You see, at the end of the month, you bring a few money to the house, and that shouldn't take even 3 days. Then your salary will finish. So actually, I'm appealing to this government to do something about the workers, because we are suffering, even our children at school. We cannot take good care of our children, actually.
Okay. So Jacob, just before you go, do you work in the public sector?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for sharing your own experience with us here on My Banner. I'll go to the phone lines again. This time around, I have Gamel joining us. Good morning, Gamel. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Is this Gamel?
Yeah, this is Gamel.
All right. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kufuridia.
All right. Gamel from Kufuridia, let's hear you. How are you coping?
It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's like this time, the money has no value. You have money in your hand, by the time you realize, you can't even see what you use the money for. The money is gone.
So how are you surviving? How are you surviving?
It's by God. By God.
Are you married? Do you have children?
Yeah, I'm married without a kid. I'm now expecting my baby.
Oh, you're expecting a fresh baby?
Yeah.
Then you have a lot of work then, because the cost of diapers and wipes and everything has gone up.
You see now. That is what we are complaining about. It's not easy.
Yeah. It's not easy, but you see, the most important thing is that we're surviving. At the end of the day, and this is real, at the end of the day, when you put everything that you spend down, you realize that you're spending way more than you're earning. It means that, you know, the grace of God is real.
Yeah, it's by God that we are living. It is not by any government, not by any president. No, this is by God that we live it.
All right. Gamel, we wish you the very best, especially with that new baby that's coming. Thank you so much for calling. We'll go to Kumasi now, and Sunny is joining us. Sunny, good morning.
Good morning.
So where in Kumasi are you calling from?
Kafo Format.
Okay. So how is everything affecting you, and how are you living through it?
Things are really tough. In fact, almost everything is increased. Almost everything. The money you give to your kids to go to school, the allowance you pay, almost everything is increased. And so, my problem is that for the past 5 months now, my wife has not been receiving her salary. So it adds another problem to the family.
Is that a special case? Where does she work?
She is on study leave at the university.
Okay.
She was supposed to be on study with pay. But when they were doing a head count or something like that, unfortunately, she appears they didn't go to the schools also. Because of that, her salary was blocked. And up till now, we've been making efforts to restore her. But
wow. So you're having to just rely on your salary. What work do you do, by the way?
I am a teacher.
Okay.
And things have not been going on for us at all. So for government to come out and say they are going to put a freeze on salary is very unfair. So we are saying that they should take a look at what is happening. They have been able to increase almost everything. And the salary of a worker remains stagnant. And it's not going to help us at all. Things are really hard.
Yeah, Sunny, you know, my real fear is that, you know, when there's not enough resources at home, then you realize that things also begin to go wrong, because then the man is frustrated, the woman may be frustrated, the children, and then is that affecting your family life?
Partially, but my wife is a very understanding woman. She knows what is happening. So what we used to do at the beginning of the month, we go to the market to buy almost everything that we need for the month. This time, it's not like that. It's just on daily basis. So those days that you don't need certain things, you don't have to buy them in order for us to be able to manage the budget in the home.
All right,
so,
Sonny.
Yeah,
we thank you for sharing, and I wish you all the best. Really, I hope that your wife's salary will be restored in no time. Thank you. All right, and then we'll go to, is it Krachi we're going to speak to Kwabena Boateng? All right, this is Kenya, so we're going to, and Kwabena Boateng is on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear sister, Mama B.
Yes, Kwabena.
I believe you're doing good.
Yeah, I am, by His grace. How are you surviving?
Yeah, it's actually the cost of living has become very expensive, my sister. You're not taking things easy at all. We are appealing to the government to do something about it. I mean, to put things in correct shape.
Yes. So whilst we wait for the government to do something about it, what can we do ourselves?
Yeah, we are managing. Because looking at me, for example, I need to get some backyard farming. So instead of me to go and buy, go to market and buy the ingredients and go, I do just take it from my backyard farm.
So you have a small farm. What do you grow there?
Yeah, the backyard farming, I have just grow the plantain, the ingredients, tomatoes, gardenias and co.
Okay.
Pepper and co. So to manage ourselves. I and my wife and co. My wife now is just come out from the nursing trend. He's now at offense in the street also. And the back pay hasn't come. Just recently they heard that they are going to give them just 3 months also. Everything, Mama. Everything is not going on way. That's we pray to God. You were saying something which is very wonderful. Sometimes when you look at the way what you earn and what you spend, it doesn't tell you. And you see that it is God who is managing things for us. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So
all right, Kwabena.
Pray to God.
Yeah, Kwabena, yes. It will get better. It will get better before you know. Thank you for sharing. And there are two things that I'm picking, but let me see who I'm talking to next, and then I'll share with you. Opong is on the line. Is it Opong I have?
Yes, madam.
Yes, boss. Where are you calling from?
Please, I'm speaking from Sevilla, from the Western region. Bonnie is Opong.
Okay. All right. So how are you?
By His grace, we are living, my sister. And you?
I am very well, by His grace. I mean, I think we're all living by His grace. But really, how are you managing electricity, water?
My dear sister, things are hard these days. Things are going up daily. The electricity bills, the school fees, the school programs and things. Things are really hard. So we are urging the government to do what it can. At least the fuel prices is too high. In the rural areas, things are a few miles, and they have increased it twice or thrice within the 2-3 months after the 8th month. So
but you know, we're told that you buy foodstuffs at a very cheap cost. I mean, we buy it expensively. So has it affected the cost of foodstuff?
Yeah, it's affected because some of the food products are being brought from the villages, and they have increased the fares, and everything is also gone up. Because if there is no increase, they can also get the things that the money can buy previously. So they've also increased it. So it has affected us in one way or the other.
All right, Boniface. It will get better. All right, thank you. I'll go to one now and speak to Ismaila. Ismaila, good morning.
Good morning.
Ismaila, how are you managing? Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
With children, I guess?
With a son and a sister to take care of.
Okay. So how have you been taking care of them? I mean, knowing that the cost of everything has gone up.
Yeah, life is unbearable for us. That is the reality. We are suffering.
But in the face of all that, whilst we wait for government to do something about the economy, there are some things that we're doing, right? So share with us what you are doing.
Oh, well, I'm a professional teacher. Apart from my work, I don't have any other work to do. I've been trying to figure out what I can do to support my economic situation.
How about extra classes? Extra classes for students who need it?
No, where I teach is a village. The children, when you even organize extra classes for them free, but sometimes it's a problem for them to come. So I teach my children extra classes, but I don't charge anything.
Okay.
Well, I sympathize with them as much as I'm suffering. They are suffering the more. Their parents, they don't have any source of income apart from the farm produce.
Okay. So what school do you teach then?
I teach by DHS.
Okay. And what subjects?
Mathematics.
Maths. Okay. All right. We wish you the best. You know, I was going to say the other suggestion when I said extra classes was going to be handouts, like pamphlets. Come up with something. Maths made easy for your pupils, but you're saying that their suffering is way more than yours, so I can understand. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. I'll go to Sogakofa now and speak to who? Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Festus. Hello?
Hello, I'm banker.
Okay, sure. You are banker?
Bankers.
As in banker?
Bankers.
Bankers. Oh, I heard banker and I was just thinking money, 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 money. But how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing well. And
cool.
how are you too?
I am well, by His grace. Today we're sharing our experiences. How is the situation in the country affecting you and how are you managing it?
Obviously, it's difficult to manage in this particular time, but obviously we got to manage. But let me comment on the issue of teachers as well. So the government came up with a policy that teachers cannot organize extra classes because it is seen as extorting money from students.
Okay.
Allowed to organize classes.
Okay.
Extra classes.
So I take it that you're a teacher yourself?
Yes, I'm a teacher myself.
Okay. So what extra thing can you do to make extra money?
Personally, I like farming, so I'm going to poultry and then pig rearing as well.
Okay.
So supporting my finances, I don't have so much problems. But
hello, bankers. All right, we lost you there. Very unfortunate, but I guess the main point has been well made. And I'll share with you, you know, what people have told me, something that I've picked. And farming has been one of the things, and it's not large-scale farming. Somebody mentioned backyard farming, and I think it's really important. If you have tomatoes, pepper, kontomire, things that, and it's raining, so you have no excuse. You can do just a small garden in your house. Just find a little place, and you can plant some of these things. And they can also be, you know, they can cushion you when you need it. All right, and another person suggested talk to your wife. You know, women are the homemakers, and when you let them understand the difficulty, the challenges, because sometimes not everybody understands that we're going through hardship in our country today. So when you let not only your wife, I say that let the children also be aware of what is happening. Don't keep it to yourself, especially if you're a man. So let everybody, explain to everybody, let them know that these are very difficult times, and so we're going to manage with the little that we have, and these are the things that we may have to cut, you know, those kind of things. And then women, please do something to also help the family. You may not be doing an 8-to-5 job, but you can find a small table and sell something, you know, just anything so that you can cushion the house. I mean, if the husband is paying the fees and you're also doing a few things so that you can find food for the family, that would be a good thing. Let's all try and manage, and let's not look up to government alone. I tell you what, it will get better pretty shortly if we try to help ourselves. But that will be it for my banner. That will be it for my banner. Stay with me right here on the AM show.